What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is my review for the 2023 film American Fiction. So American Fiction is a comedy drama that follows the story of Monk. He is a novelist who's fed up with the establishment, profiting from black entertainment, and because of his being fed up with said entertainment, he decides to use a pen name to write a book that ends up propelling him into said hypocrisy. This is a film that stars Jeffrey Wright, Sterling K. Brown, John Ortiz, and many more. But those three in particular were the standouts for me. And I have to say right off the bat, this was a film I was very much so looking forward to. So when I saw that there was going to be an early screening, and by seeing that there was going to be an early screening, meaning that I deduced that it was going to be an early screening for this film, I immediately knew that I had to watch this. By my deduction, I'll explain. So AMC now has a program where it's called AMC Screen Unseen. It's a brilliant program where they have it where once a month, there's going to be a film that's going to be playing. You as an audience member do not know what the movie is called. You have no clue what it's about. All you know is the runtime and the MPA rating. So for me, based on those two things for this month, I was able to deduce that this was going to be American Fiction playing nearly a month in advance, because it doesn't come out technically until December 15th in limited release and then wide December 22nd. So getting to see this early, I was happy because it was a full theater, and this is definitely the way to watch this film. It is a crowd-pleasing film that is quite good. I really like this film. I think it is a really good example of how comedy and drama can blend very well on the right writer. The writer and director of this film also has written films, well, not films, TV shows, I should say, such as Watchmen, Succession, Master of None. These are shows that I've seen before, and I will say Succession in particular is a great example of a TV show that blends comedy and drama seamlessly. And it explains a lot as to why American Fiction also is able to interwove these meticulous themes and messages in a way that, whilst in one moment will make you hilariously laugh, another moment will make you almost go close to tears, because there are some surprises in this film. And I think especially in the third act, there are going to be some elements that might make or break for certain viewers. And by that, I mean, you think the film's going to go in a certain direction, and it instead goes in a different direction. And for me, the misdirection was something that I think worked beautifully. I thought it really encapsulated what the themes and messages were going for, but it might not work necessarily for everyone. But that's fine, because everything that comes before it, I think everyone will pretty much like, because it's a very well-acted film. As I mentioned, the three actors in particular that I mentioned, Jeffrey Wright, Sterling K. Brown, and of course, John Ortiz, they were all incredible. I especially liked John Ortiz. I found him to be hilarious. And I think that Jeffrey Wright gives another meticulously layered performance. I can definitely see why there's Oscar conversation around his performance. Same with Sterling K. Brown. I can definitely see that. And I think that these two characters in particular that they play are really, really well developed. I think that just goes with all the characters in this film that I really appreciated. Another thing I will say is I already mentioned about the themes and messages, and I like that the comedy and drama interwoves with all of these things. I will say that on the filmmaking front, it's not as necessarily impressive. Like, there's nothing in terms of the filmmaking that's bad. I will say that. It's all, though, pretty much standard issue. Like, the score I thought was just okay. The cinematography I thought was just okay. None of these elements really, came to life for me. They weren't something where I was like, oh my goodness, this is really good shots. I love the lighting. I love, the composition, really good stuff. And it's same thing with the score. Like, there were times early on where I was like, the score has a nice, feel to it. But by the end, I just kind of forgot that there was a score. That being said, though, I could be in the minority, because I did look up online to see how this film was doing in terms of predictions for the Oscars. And apparently it's possibly going to be up for Best Original Score. So what do I know? But in the end, I was very entertained by this film. I think it is very clever. It's very well written. And I think that, again, it blends comedy and drama very well. When this goes in wide release, I would definitely say please check this out, especially if you like films that are delving into family issues, real life issues just in general, and then as well as films that will make you laugh one moment and then make you cry another moment. That's the power of films. But yeah, for me, American Fiction, I personally will be giving a... But yeah, guys, I know I didn't really give my too in-depth thoughts on this film, but that's partially, again, because this film hasn't came out yet, and I also don't really want to spoil anything. But I will say there are some surprises to be had in this film that I thought were really good. And again, it's just a very well put together film. I am curious, though, how the rewatchability value will be. That's something that could go either way. It could be something where it's just like, one more viewing and then I'm done. Or it could be something that I do come back to many more times. But for that, only time will tell. But yeah, again, watch American Fiction. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, follow me down on Letterboxd, and I will catch you guys later.